Today is the day, Microsoft earnings, and there were a lot of people saying that it was the most important earnings in a decade. I feel like we've been saying that for several quarters consecutively. We've been in quite a tumultuous period with the coronavirus and international lockdowns, and it seems to me like people have been saying, this is the most important quarter for earnings. This is the most important quarter for earnings. They're just looking to say that because it happens to be some sort of catalyst for some sort of move and people want to avoid or see some sort of move occur. And over here, we view that as all noise, okay? We view that as all noise. We are navigating right now in a slightly different way than all of this. We have, for some time over here on this channel, not been fans of mega cap tech because they had gotten very expensive and we didn't like them. However, we grant them that we didn't like their prices. However, we grant them that they are the most consistent and high earning companies in the world. And Microsoft beat earnings. However, the stock's down another 5% on top of the massive decline. So a lot of noise going on. And so much noise going on in such a small concentration, we're not even hearing about the Texas Instruments earnings. No one was really emphasizing that. Everyone decided to focus on Microsoft and extrapolate that to the entire market. It makes a lot of sense as to why, I think, at least to perceive it. But over here, as we said, we do things a little differently. Sure, we would like to see Microsoft make a lot of money. Maybe that would mean things for their stocks. But it doesn't really, the way we're handling stuff. So how are we handling stuff? Well, we certainly like cash flow. But as we said, we're not going to the mega cap techs for cash flow, despite how fantastic cash flow companies they are. We're going to the energy companies for cash flow. And what does Microsoft's earnings, which are being extrapolated out to the entire market and being branded as the most important earnings in a century, have to do with oil earnings? The answer is nothing. Okay? The answer is nothing. And that is the theme. And that is the idea. That is the notion and that is the paradigm that I want you to take away from this video. It doesn't matter what all this focus and all this noise on this one thing does. It doesn't matter. A lot of people have been saying that mega cap tech has to bottom in order for 10x speculative growth tech to bottom. And that may be true. But why didn't they top at the same time? Okay? Some of our favorite companies over here, we'll give two examples in the same space. CRISPR Therapeutics and Editas Medicine, CRSP and Edit. They are two of my favorite stocks, and they are both down well over 50% from their 1 year ago high. They were both up today. They were both in the green. Microsoft wasn't in the green. A lot of other mega cap tech wasn't in the green. Netflix was down 5%. Why do these companies have to trade the same, right? That's not how I'm gonna play this market. You can do that, and there are people who do that and see lots of success, and maybe they're gonna be right. We'll see. I'm sticking to the fundamentals. And if you stick to the fundamentals, you might just get some opportunities here because there's plenty. We just got to take this whole Microsoft earnings being so important and to everybody, to the whole market, what kind of concept is that? What kind of energy earnings has anything to do with Microsoft? What kind of Editas earnings has anything to do with Microsoft? Two completely different businesses. Completely different businesses. Okay? Microsoft does its thing. And it certainly does a lot. And it's growing. But it's Microsoft. It's not this other thing. Okay? There's a lot of this other stuff that is not related to Microsoft earnings. So, point here is throw out the noise, get laser focused on your one decision, and look at the fundamentals. Are they there? And if they're there, that is a good opportunity. It doesn't matter what Microsoft's earnings are. Okay? Just like it doesn't matter for Microsoft what happens with the price of oil. Okay? A lot of people want to say the price of oil is going to have some effect on the economy. Sure it will, but I don't think it will have any effect on Microsoft, which does nothing with oil. And all their businesses are software customers. I don't see how Microsoft's related to the price of oil. I don't think that's ever been a thing. Exactly. So this is not that important of a quarter for the market for Microsoft. You know, it's not like Microsoft's going to affect whatever. Enough talking about Microsoft. Okay. Just talked about 10x Growth Tech. I just talked about how mega cap tech has performed. A lot of people want to say, oh, stocks got to do certain things for certain things to happen. Throw all that out the window. Get to your fundamental analysis. Okay? There's a lot of stocks down big. We're seeing a lot of volatility. Maybe we're at a bottom. Maybe we're consolidating. Maybe there's more selling. Doesn't matter. Okay? It's too hard to play that game right now. If there's one thing that the last 2 days has to tell you, it's that the market timing game is quite difficult. However, the buying stuff cheap game is significantly easier. It's more obvious. And something that is certainly obvious is that a lot of stocks are down big. There's a lot of stocks, though, that should continue to sell. We're going to talk about that in a second. But first, we're going to get to the optimistic stuff that we've been talking about. A lot of these 10x growth companies down 50% plus. You know what they are. You probably have some in your mind. Consider buying them, but really do your homework here. They got to be good. And why do you got to do your homework here? Because there are goons. There are deceivers. There's a lot of deception, okay? Corporate America is not everyone's going to heaven in corporate America, okay? Not everyone's in favor with the Lord 100%. There's a lot of people who are not in favor with the Lord. And one of those companies is WeWork. WeWork. I saw their balance sheet on Twitter yesterday, and boy, oh boy, is it atrocious. They do not make money. They will increase revenue by increasing expenses. There's, hatred in their past, for their past, because of private jets, limousines. Maybe they stopped that. Maybe they stopped a little bit of, office spend for themselves. And we saw a slight increase in 2020 losses, slightly less losses, but the losses are tremendous. This company, I think, is going to go bankrupt. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a more obvious example of a company that's going to go bankrupt. I just simply can't think of one. I can't think of a company more obviously going bankrupt than WeWork. It's crazy. So that company's not even down that much, like 20%. Okay, Editas is down like 80%. CRISPR Therapeutics like 70%. Smile Direct Club that just announced plans to improve profitability, and they don't lose that much money. Up 30% in the last day. Still ridiculously cheap. Still down 80+% from its high. More than that, like 90% from its IPO price. So there are opportunities, and there has been a lot of hatred. Doesn't have anything to do with Microsoft. Doesn't have anything to do with oil prices unless it's an energy company. Forget the noise. Screw the noise. Focus on the fundamentals. Focus on the investment opportunity. Make a decision. And best of luck. Until next time, peace out.